find that I have as much difficulty with time management, with scheduling, with choosing priorities as I ever did in the corner office. And so I don't know if some of these old habits just keep coming back, but I'd be interested to hear some other perspectives on that, particularly for people who are retired or thinking about it, or people who've maybe met the challenge in their office and have conquered it. You never stop learning.
Jeanette, is it fair to ask that is there nobody to turn to delegate it to? Is that?
Well, that's true. And the other thing that's really quite difficult is when you've had people that help you with your scheduling and all that kind of stuff, you turn up on the wrong day for a meeting, or you forget a meeting, or you forget teleconferences. I also serve on a couple of boards. I'm on the board of Kids Help Phone at the moment, and also the Ontario Mental Health Foundation. And these organizations all have their strategic planning and their fund development.
Tammy.
Good morning. I'm Tammy Callahan. I'm Director of Services of the newly formed Highland Shores Children's Aid, which is an amalgamated agency of previous Northumberland Children's Aid Society and Hastings Children's Aid Society. So we've gone from a fairly small, comfortable organization to a quite large, not yet comfortable organization because it's in the midst of change. So
Just recently, we're talking about
April 1st was the legal amalgamation date. We are so far from being amalgamated in terms of, I mean, the real work has just begun. And so great timing, Dean. I appreciate the invitation to attend today. I've been in the field of child welfare for 21 years and left for 1 year to go to the local hospital at the time that the two hospitals were merging. So that, as much as I enjoyed that experience at the time, in hindsight I'm appreciating it all the more, because in that one I came in as a new person, not aligned with a Coburg or a Port Hope site, and it was the best role to be in because I could just keep my focus on client and patient services. So I've reminded myself that on a regular basis as part of this amalgamation, is that you can't get caught up in the alignments and you need to keep the focus on the work. So I became a supervisor 10 years ago, and I've been the director of service for 4 years since Linda retired.
Right. Welcome.
Thank you.
Nancy.
Hi, good morning everybody. My name is Nancy Johnston and I'm the Residential Services Manager at newly formed Cornerstone Family Violence Prevention Center. I began my career in Toronto more than 20 years ago, and I've worked within the family violence sector for more than 20 years. I've been in the position I hold now for about 5 years, and been under the great leadership of Linda, who I've learned immensely from. And she gave me the opportunity to move into the position that I'm in now. The role is always challenging. I really appreciate the invitation and coming, Dean. We worked with Dean, how many years ago, Dean?
Well, it'll be 5 years if you moved in 5 years.
Is it about 5 years ago?
That position.
And Dean came in and did some leadership development within our management team, and my role changed a little bit after that.
For the better or worse?
For the better. I was originally a supervisor within that position, and then I moved into a management position. So I'm really glad to be here. Lots of familiar faces and some new faces.